here is Linux Lite, an extremely lightweight Ubuntu based distribution. We are going to be taking a look at that right now on Linux Lounge.
Welcome to Linux Lounge.
Start the way. This distribution is, well, as Sudo Reboot would say, a boring distribution if you want. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. This distribution is kind of just your, standard desktop operating system. It's fast, it's stable. I've used some older versions of it for a time, and let me tell you, you are not going to have any problems with this. And it's quite frankly extremely fast, and like its name would suggest, is extremely light. Like, the download is just over a gig, which is really quite small for a Linux distribution. Yet, despite that, it's absolutely packed full of stuff. Now, technical details first. Like I say, it's based off Ubuntu, uses the XFC desktop, and it's pretty much what you need to know, really. Now, the first thing is, like I said, very light. Here's all the stuff that's running and that sort of thing. As you can see, it is indeed using very little in the way of resources. Irrelevant details out of the way first, of course. This distribution, for the most part, is relatively nice. Comes with some pretty good backgrounds out of the box. A lot of Linux Lite stuff. A lot of backgrounds that we've seen in many other places, but they are all very nice. And my phone just gone off, that's great. The only thing I would say is the theme doesn't quite work for me. Like, these icons don't really go with the bright, sort of flat look of the rest of the distro. I think this distribution would have benefited from a slightly flatter icon theme, but hey, it's not really worth complaining about something you can change in about 5 minutes, obviously. Now, remember, as we're looking through this distribution and all the programs it has with it, this distribution is under a gig, or just over a gig in size. So, to start off with, in your accessories, you've got your full suite of usual accessories. Kind of just what you'd expect. In your graphics, you've got your full-on GIMP image editor, which is impressive. They managed to pack that into such a small distribution. You've obviously got your Ristretto, which, to be quite honest, I've not used too much, so I can't say much about. In your internet, you've obviously got your full Firefox and full Thunderbird, which is pretty good as well. You've also got a link for support with the distribution, which is always good to see that if you have any problems with this, you can very easily get support. There's also bookmarks to it in the Firefox web browser. Moving forward in your multimedia, you've got the full VLC and a CD-DVD burner. Now, I believe this is Bracero, but I could be wrong. No, it's actually XF burn. And it was actually in the top window there. Can't believe I did not see that. You've got a sort of skinned down LibreOffice. It's missing 1 or 2 programs that come with the LibreOffice suite. But, you've got your document writer thing, your presentation stuff, which is kind of like a PowerPoint, and you've got a spreadsheet program, which is pretty much what most people would use, as well as a PDF viewer. So yeah, this distribution isn't necessarily bloated full of programs, but you've kind of got everything you need to get stuff done, I guess, which is pretty impressive considering the small download size here. So you've got a full Ubuntu base, full suite of applications. Quite impressive, really. Now, this is when things start to get really interesting. You've got Lite software here, which, if you just let me put your password in there, is kind of their own sort of software center thing. Now, you can click if you want to update software sources, which I will click no because I've just done that. You click OK, and it will give you a full list of programs that you can install. And it tells you exactly what it is, so no faffing around in a software center. If you're new to Linux, you just go right in, click that, and there you go. Full list of software that will work on Linux. You know, you've got your full Steam here. You've got some proprietary stuff like Spotify, which I feel most people will probably, well, a lot of people will use. You know, you've got a media player, and it doesn't really say the program's name a lot of the time so much what it does. For example, music player here literally just says that it's a music player, and then it says down here it's Clementine. And you know, you've kind of got your tour here, you got your video editing, your wine, where it's, like I said, tells you what it is, which is, you know, it's pretty great for new users. And also there's a remove software button, like I said, good for new users because it says exactly what it is and what it does. You've obviously got a system report program here, which, sure, why not, let's just do that. And yeah, it kind of just collects all the information about your system. And obviously more advanced users won't particularly be left out here because they have the full-on Synaptics package manager. Just put this in. And back to the system report thing, yeah, it's reported everything correctly. This is a virtual machine with VirtualBox, which is pretty good to see. Like I said, you've got your full Synaptics in here. You've got your light tweaks, which basically will let you configure a few odds and ends here, which is once again pretty good. Makes it easy to change things you would otherwise have to dip in the terminal to do. It'll tell you what it does, what category it's in, and how safe it is to do, which once again, pretty good for new users. And basically this will keep your system running in tip-top condition, just like the day you installed it, as well as some other things, which is pretty good to see. Comes with system back out of the box, which is for your backups and that. Very good inclusion. Now make no mistake, this isn't a system back distribution, or at least I don't think it's made with system back. But it does come with it, which is, like I said, good thing to have, because if an update buggers up your system, well, you can roll it back right here. You can share your hardware configuration, of course. Easy shortcut to do that. And, well, you've got your favourites, you know, in there you've got a help manual, which will tell you how to do things. And as you can see, the page that will bring you to looks very nice, and you've got all your categories and that. So you always kind of know what you're doing if you're a new user, like I said. Like I say, Linux Lite does have easy to access documentation, which is always good to see. And, well, that's pretty much it. All in all, this is an extremely light distribution that is not going to fail you in any way, shape or form. Believe me, I've tried it and tested it. It's incredibly fast. Like I say, gaming performance is really good. It's quite easy to use in the sense that it makes otherwise difficult tasks extremely easy. And, well, you know, it's good for new users in the sense that it'll give you a full list of software you can install and kind of tells you how to do everything. So all in all, I give this distribution a strong recommendation, and main reason for that being it can run on anything. It can run on old netbooks, new PCs. It's all good. Well, all in all, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.